the internal tables and where these internal tables can be used. And we saw that everything in a Hive, by default, they are managed by HDFS. So, sorry, let me on the projector. So we saw that the internal table or the managed table are the schema or the table which you create, and they're stored on HDFS. Those are called the internal table. So by default, when you create a database and you create the table in it, those tables are known as internal or managed tables, right? Or managed tables. Today, we are going to look at one more table, which is called external. If there is internal, then they're going to be the external table. So we shall look to the external table, but I want to know if you have any question apart from, from what you have learned in the previous class. Is anybody who faced some difficulties? Did you face any problem during did you make some exercises in internal tables? Either to repeat what we have done or not? Okay, so if you face any problem, please let me know. Even in a class, you can raise a hand so you can let me know so that I can help you. So this is what we have seen in the previous class. We saw the way we can create the internal table. And if I'm not mistaken, we have stopped from where we created even temporary tables. So we made two things. We made DDL or data definition language. We also touched a bit of DML or data manipulation language, such as insert. I'm not sure if you have renamed. Did you rename? No, not yet. So you have not renamed yet. So this is the way we can create the table, and this table which you have here is internal. It is internal. Means the structure of the table which we created, structure in the sense, the columns which is made by the table, and in a case of inserting or adding data in your table, let's say you want to drop it, you want to perform some DML, you want to drop it. If you drop internal table, structure of the table plus data all are going to be erased from your data warehouse. You insert, you create a table, and after creating the table, you either insert or you load. If by accident your table is deleted, you cannot find your table structure, you cannot even find your data. That is why, to be on a safer side, the introduction of external table has been introduced in Hive. Here's the thing. In external table, if a table is dropped, data remains in the data warehouse, but the structure of the table is erased. Look at an example which you have in here. Here we have ID, name, age, and the gender of a student. Consider this to be the structure or the schema, the way a table looks. So when you delete the table, when you drop this table, how do we call it? The format of the table is gone, or the logical table is gone. Even the physical means the data which is inserted, they are gone. So to prevent this one, we need to create the external table. So we will create the external table and perform some of the like 1 or 2 exercises, and then we shall see the differences. Okay, let me start this Cloudera, so we see the differences. So as it's being started here, Just to review here, we can describe the table which you created. We stopped, where did we stop from? Anybody remember? I remember. Pardon me? Okay, there are two, I mentioned there are three ways of doing what? Three ways of inserting data in table, or three ways of loading data in table. Number one, by using insert. Number two, what was number two? By using load. And by number three, by using HDFS. So we start from load. Okay, we start from the load. So we shall see here, this is one of DML. We can rename the table. I think we have renamed, I think this we have performed, this part we have performed this one. So we saw the temporary table. Does anybody remember about the temporary table? Yes, it's for the session, right? It's a table which you create for the particular session. Sure. Yes, please.
Internal and external can do the same job, right? Except external can, even if after its job is still kept.
Same job. Same job in a sense, holding the data, but one is more strong in terms of removing deletion. Means one cannot be deleted, one cannot erase the data when the table is dropped. Whereas other can delete all, structure plus table, but they do the same job of holding the data. Welcome. So here is a session table which we have mentioned in a previous class. That a table we can create temporary table and then we name it as a session. As a temporary table. So we do this if you want to perform some analysis on a table, but you don't want to hold that table inside. So you can create this temporary table. Let me check once again if my machine started. Oops, I forgot to place the switch. So this is a temporary table. So this is another way which we saw that we can create the table from where? We can create a table from the existing table by using like. So when you say create temporary table, like means it's going to be like copy paste, or I haven't heard here people using the word Xerox. Do you use Xerox here? We don't. In other side, especially in India, when you say I want to Xerox, means you need a photocopy of something. Go take Xerox. So you go, you do photocopy.
How do you spell Xerox?
Xerox. 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 So here we want to make the Xerox or the copy of the content which we have here. In other place they say carbon copy. Just copy paste. So this is a Xerox. So we want to make the Xerox of the table which we have here by using like command. So today's agenda is going to be quite interesting. So I want your full attention because I'm going to cover one more topic which is the heart of Hive, which is called partition. The heart of Hive is very useful, very important. You never escape. You will need anytime, anywhere in the world of big data. Please, you have to spend enough time enjoying it, experimenting, doing a lot. You can create so many, you can imagine, okay? You can think so many cases where this partition will be used, okay? So this is still taking time. This is the DML which we saw, the three ways which we saw. This is the number one of inserting or loading the data into Hive. The first one we insert into student table, and the value where this as follows. We have, let's say, serial number, name, and the gender. We can also insert table by using the select command. This is a table 2, which is created. Select start from a student where grade is equal to 1. So this example, we did not implement it. I give you as a class activity to do it. second one. You underline it at the end of the session, then you will be able to, to perform that one. The second one. The second part, okay? And the second way we did is by using load or using the load instruction or load, query. We load from local to Hive or from Hive or from HDFS to Hive table, two ways, right? Number one, from local file system to Hive table, okay? From local file system to Hive table. This is the syntax we follow. And the second one, from HDFS to where? From HDFS to Hive, okay? From HDFS to Hive. Look the difference. If you don't mention local, then it's going to treat the syntax as loading from HDFS to where? To Hive table. Okay, to Hive table. So we need to mention where we want to load the data, where data is coming from. Okay. So this is the two parts which we started, which we stopped from. Okay, now we are on our machine. Let us try to create some of the table. Remember the part which you want to perform, we want to make the external table, right? So, but we have to review where we have stopped from by loading the data, and then we can create the external table. So let me magnify this. So I'm going to start Hive. Before I start Hive, I'm going to create a table. Let's say I'm going to create a file. Let's say I'm going to say nano, and I say student tb dot csv, student tb dot csv. I put 1, and it's gonna be Joshua Kamar. Let me only put serial numbers, only those who are present. So 2, NOL, 3, Rex, 4, Winia, 5, 4, 6, Mario, 7, Songnam, Jack. Songnam, your nickname is Jack? Jane, sorry. 8. We have Zim June. 9. Zoo. And Scott. 11. And so on. 12. I'm the 12th student. All right. So these are the names which we have here. And keep in mind, if you leave space like this, you see, if you put tab down there, it's going to consider it as null value. So to avoid it, you can stop from here, and you exit the following, and this is the table is created. So for the good practice, you open another Windows, another terminal here. So you start your Hive. You say Hive. Start your Hive. And you create a table. Let's say create table and student TV. And you say serial number, integer. And I say S name, which stands for student name. It's going to be string. Going to be string. Comment. How do you keep a comment, right? This is gonna be student name, and then I put here law. I put there. So we say law format delimited law format delimited fields terminated by comma somewhere near string. Near string. Somewhere I made a typo.
You put 3 M's in common.
Pardon me?
You put 3 M's in common.
Excellent. Okay, thank you. So now this is it. Describe student TB. So the comment, this one, it gives you student name so that you can have, you can be sure who are there, what you have created. Now we're going to load the data here. So we say load data local in path. So what are going to load from home sometimes we can do the following just to help you to see. Let me do the following. What is the table? Oh, okay, fine. Okay, don't mind. Let's continue the same style. It's okay. We say home Cloudera student. What's the table name? Student tb.csv, right? Into table student tb. All right, done. Okay. Now we perform. Sorry. Okay, there you go. Okay, now select start from student TB. So look, this is what we have. We have the serial number. This is the table which we created. Okay, by using road command. Okay, by using road command. The second one which I mentioned is what? Is as follows. Let's say we do the following: HDFS, DFS. We put the data, or we do the following: copy from local. This I love it. When I ask you a question, how do we copy a data from local machine? Please don't miss this one. Don't give me only code. I expect this as well. Copy from local. What are you going to copy from? You're going to copy student tb.csv. Let's say we are going to store it into user. Okay. We copy it from here to CSV to your user. So if we do this, if we do the following, let's say HDFS, DFS, -ls, we say user, we are able to see this file. Where is our file? It is here. This is the command. In case if I'm a bit fast, please let me know, because I may go fast, assuming that this we have seen the command of fetching data from HDFS or from HDFS to local machine. So it's a daily practice. This you will use throughout the class, so you need to be familiar with them. Yes, please.
My Lloyd
John?
There's no cross matching, but it's right.
Which is not matching. Yeah, no five. They're using more. What is your table? Okay, so we wrote inside. The table is in user. The table is here. So our next part here, we can write from where? From HDFS. Okay, from HDFS. So we do the following. We come back to our Hive. We say, let's create another table here. Or create, create table student TB student. I'm going to call HD just to mention it's the HDFS or FS student FS. Gonna be ID or serial number, int, is name, string, low format. We have the low format delimited fields terminated by comma. Table is created. Keeping in mind the table is student FS. Load data. How do you load data? Load data in part from user student. Which one did we put? Student TB.csv, student TB.csv into table student FS. Okay, it's done. So let's say select start from student FS. All right, same data here. All right, so here we wrote the data from HDFS. Remember, this is HDFS part. Okay, this is our HDFS part. We take from HDFS part, we roll it, and then we have the table. Inside the table, which we create. Now you can review this. You can go to your browser localhost and check if this table is created. Okay, if this table is there. So, shall we proceed? Problem? If a man does not have a problem, life will be boring. Problems are so good. Life is good. All right. Okay, so this is it. You check. You check your file. You check if they're there. This is a student TB here. And you can browse the data. These are the data which we have, which we created already. These are the columns, student TB, name, and so on. Have you noticed one thing? What mistake did I make from the beginning? Anybody has noticed? It's a slight mistake, but it's a mistake. I made a mistake from the beginning, from the starting of Hive. What a mistake did I make? Anybody? From the beginning of the Hive, not here. Don't look to this one. From the beginning of the Hive, I made a slight mistake, but it's acceptable. But to me, I consider it to be a mistake. Pardon me? Excellent. I didn't choose the database. So it considered what? Default database. Excellent, Joshua. Your 2 points are registered. Excellent. So I made it. Now I remember that I didn't use a database, right? So here, show database. So I didn't use it. It's considered that the table which I created, they went inside default DB. Okay, default DB. So even for you to happen, but I will tell you that you need to create it and put inside that database. If you don't, I don't consider. Okay. Next part. Now, I mentioned about external table. The only difference, external table, I'm gonna let you do it. I will check the error. If you find an error, I will do it. I will help you. I will want you to create a table. The way we create a table here, the way we create the external table, okay? We do as follows, say create external table, and then you say put student, let's say underscore student TB underscore external, put external. ext, it can mention external, and then the rest will be the same. Okay, the last part or the following part will be the same. So you create a table, external table, and inside this table you insert the value of the table which you want. Create a table as an external table, right? Create a table as an external table. You wrote the same file which we created inside this table. The same student TB.csv file should be loaded into this external table. Okay? So you create it. Just maybe you may, just for the sake of the time, let's do this. Let's do this together. I give you on exercise. Let's start from here. Here, I'm going to do, I need two things. Number one, I need a new location. I want you to create just, this will be easy for you even to practice. I want you create a directory in HDFS with the name, let's say with the name student ext. Okay. Create a directory in user directory. Okay. Create a table in HDFS under user directory with the name student underscore ext. Yes, ext. Create a directory in HDFS under user directory. Means what? In this directory. In this directory here, all of you see here. Here, you create your ext directory in this. Okay, in that one. Once you're done, then you create a table. You create an external table with a name student underscore ext, student tb underscore ext. Okay, student underscore ext. All right. And after you create this one, after you create that one, you wrote your student tb.csv into your student tb underscore ext. So this is your journey. Here, thank you. You may ask, why did we create this one? Okay, why did we create this one? In your table creation, you I write here during here. This is supposed to be step number 1. Okay, during during student tb underscore ext, please use use your what? Use which one did you create? Use your student ext directory as your location, as location. Okay, as location. This part here, this should be step number 4. Step number 3, because this will go along with that one. So I repeat once again. Okay, and let its location be user student underscore ext. Okay, how will you do that one? You will say location. At the end of the terminated, you will use the following. You say location will be this. The second one, rodeo. Okay, yeah, this will be the third. First one, hold a minute. What is the first one? You create this file, HDFS. Correct? Number 2, create external table. This is to be number 2. Okay? Right here. If you have a doubt, please let me know. This is the first step, right? This is the first step. Let me be more elaborate to you. Step 1. This is more elaborate, right? Step 2. And the step 3. All right, there we go. It's more clear. Yes, this is more clear. Anybody done? Let me type here. It is a break now for 10 minutes. We resume after the break, so you can go take your tea.
step 2 is left its location, user student.txt. What's that mean?
Step number
2. It says create an external with a name that and let its location.
yes.
What is that?
Let external tables location be this one.
Inside it?
Yeah, they have to be. You have to roll them inside.
So in student.txt, create another table.
Which one?
Create another table, student to be inside.
Inside it. Yeah, during the creation.
So it's inside again.
Yeah, during the table creation. So the location should be this.
Okay.
Hive server, let that